That's so dumb. I'm in Facebook jail. That's so weird. I don't understand. Their algorithms let me do it for like a week, and now it's not letting me. It's so strange. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jennifer Nichols. I don't understand why it lets me post to some groups and then some groups not. But I am in Facebook jail again. And the funny thing is I got two announcements of it. Like one hit at like 9:37 or whatever time yesterday, which was when I had posted to all the groups. And then I got another hit at 7:16 at night. So I'm not allowed to post even in Engelgeist group. I can't post in my own group that I've created until 7:16 p.m. this evening. It's so weird. I don't understand why they won't let me. So I need you guys to like, share, follow, subscribe today. No bail. Exactly, Lori. I don't know. Somebody's either, I don't know what's doing it because all last week I was sharing to normal groups at the same speed, like not like waiting one, two, three, and then, because that breaks up me trying to read. So for like a week or 10 days, I was getting away with it, and now all of a sudden I'm not again. So I don't know. Ducky says maybe somebody's reporting me, but I don't know if that's true. Some of you guys also, I have to say this, I've been noticing some of your guys' posts that are needing to be approved in Engelgeist aren't getting posted because they come up like this. I'm not going to show the name, but it says, let me see, can I cover the name? This content is not available. So we're not posting those. So I'm going to decline that one. That was from a Mary. So Mary, don't take it personal if your post didn't make it into the group. But sometimes things don't come through. I don't know why. So just so you know, I think that Tina Cherily had one last night too that showed up that way too. Because Tina usually has cute posts and I try and put them through. And so I don't want you guys to go like, where's my post? Why did he not share that? But sometimes they don't work right because it's Facebook and it's Mercury retrograde. How are you guys? How was your night? We had like rain for the longest time yesterday, all day yesterday, like really deep, good rain. And I don't know what it is about the rain, but it makes me real sleepy. Like this morning, I was sleeping so deeply. It was so nice. And I think it had to do with the rain. Oh my God, the dogs are going nuts in the other room. They're having Thunderdome. Hold on one second. I'm going to yell. Hey, cut it out. Don't tear up that bed. I just made that bed. Ugh. The trials of being a single mother of 3. No man will want me. He's afraid of my children. I'm just kidding. All right. So I was just sleeping really well. It's funny. I found myself like just in this deep, nice sleep. And I think it had to do with the rain. It was really nice. You guys looking forward to tomorrow's eclipse? Are you leaning into it? Are you getting ready to release? Are you ready to good morning, Lisa Purcell-Walds. Good morning, Ducky. Thank you. Ducky says, morning, jailbird. I'm totally in jail. It sucks. I don't get it. It's really weird. And then hey, good morning, Rachel McIntyre. I get it. Like I got it once at 9:30 in the morning or whatever because I shared to a bunch of groups because I shared to like 19 different groups, but they're all spiritual minded groups. They're all groups that like allow it as far as I know. Nobody's complained to me directly, and I was getting away with it for like a week or 10 days, no problem. And then all of a sudden I'm back in Facebook jail, so I can't get my message out there. So maybe today's reading is not for everyone. Let's just say that. The universe has something else in store. So I'm going to trust it. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to think that Mark Zuckerberg is the genius that he is. And that his algorithm... Oh, and that's the other thing too. Yesterday's video, because I started with the Hanuam Chalisa, they actually sent me an email saying your video starts with Hanuman Chalisa by Jai Singh, so we need to mute it because that. And I was like, wait, you all can tell what music it is. It's a old devotional Indian song. You can tell me what old devotional Indian song is playing in the background, but you can't figure out that I'm posting to the correct groups and I'm not spamming. I mean, it's just so strange to me that. So yesterday's video, I think, even had to be aired muted for the first part of it. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Jamie Di Pasquale, and I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad you're coming back and visiting again. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well in your I don't know. I don't want to like out you. I know you outed yourself in the room, but in your recovery, I hope everything is good, my friend. And I think about you a lot, and I hope you're doing well. So I'm glad that you were. You seriously need it this time. Jamie Di Pasquale says, "I was born ready to release. I seriously need it this time." Need to, yes. Think about like letting go, like just letting all of this crazy planetary stuff take away whatever's not working for us. It's actually a blessing in disguise. And let it go, like Frozen, man. Let it go, let it go. All right, so let's look at the energy of July 15th, Monday, today, 2019. Let's take a couple deep breaths and just bring ourselves into present time, where we're sitting in our chairs or standing or in our cars or wherever we're watching this from. Hopefully we're not driving. So let's just take a deep breath in through our nose and out our mouth. Let's do another one and listen to my dog panting because they were wrestling. And he quiets down. He knows I'm talking about him. Oh, that feels good. Okay, let's ask Spirit for the energy for a card for today, Monday, July 15th, 2019. What is going to be the energy for the group today? Please give me that card, my friends. I also want to say a shout out and thank you to yesterday's paid readings. The two ladies that I read yesterday had a great time. If you're watching, thank you very much. It's great to connect with you both. And thank you for supporting me in my business. Those of you that haven't had private readings, I am available for them if you want to book. I will put up a link that will have all of my information. For those of you that want to support me but without booking a private reading, please like, share, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can, join the Facebook group. There's a good community of people there that hang out there and share fun stuff, positive stuff. They get to know one another and support one another, and that's really nice. And you'll find me in and out of there when I'm not like being a jailbird. Okay. Monday, July 15th, 2019, and we are almost at, we're kind of at the halfway point for July, I feel like. I'll call it the halfway point, even though there's 31 days. All right, so we have our card. What I'm going to say about the shuffle feels, again, busy, busy, busy bees. It felt like there was a lot of activity in the shuffle, like the cards were moving quickly. It felt like any last minute things that need to get done today may need to get done today. And I'm talking about, the funny thing is where I'm going with this is it's not just last minute like physical things like, work related or whatever, but any sort of last minute like touches we need to do like internally, those need to get like scratched off the list, like checked off the list. It feels like we're going to be busy doing work. Maybe we're not even aware we're doing. Maybe our spirit is in the background like going, okay, let's get rid of this and get rid of that and get rid of this. But it feels like busy work. It does feel like it's not going to, be super easy in a sense. Like, I don't feel a lot of resistance. I feel like we're going to be moving quickly, getting a lot done. It did feel like some of us might have to work a little bit harder at getting some of these things done, but they will get done. Let's say that, okay? It didn't feel like outside resistance as much as it was more like us sort of giving it that extra push to really push ourselves forward and complete these cycles or complete whatever it is we're wanting to get done and out of our way. So if some of us are working, I don't know, on a project, we're going to do a little extra push today, maybe towards the end of the day, to really put our effort, I don't want to say effort because effort isn't great, but put our energy into getting it finished. Does that make sense? Good morning, Tammy. Oh my God, Michaela. Oh, I'm sorry, but you can see me now? Okay, I'm glad you can see me, Crystal Lee J. Good morning, Michaela. I hope that no babies as of yet. Close the door on that baby. We'll close the door on the 16th. All right, so let's look at the card for today. Interesting. All right, so who has come to visit us today? Let's say that. Remember yesterday's reading? Those of you, this is not like a test, but those of you that actually watched yesterday's reading, there was quite a bit of feminine energy going on. We kicked off with the Woman of Cups, Rejoicer, for the beginning of the week. We had the Woman of Wands, Censor, for the midweek. And then we had Child of Cups, which is also an emotional card, which is, it's not necessarily feminine nor masculine, but, feminine rules emotions and intuition. So it's a very, internalized sort of female intuitive week, right? Well, for today's card, let's get Buddha up, and I believe Buddha's working correctly this morning. He is the Priestess. Okay, so Priestess is major arcana. She is not fucking around. Let's just say that. She's full of secrets. She's highly intuitive. Look at that moon around the top of her head. She's highly intuitive. So I think that some of us need to really rely on our intuition. I feel like there's a little bit of sadness when I look at this card today. Like some of us might be dealing with some sadness, some loneliness, some detachment, or some feelings of needing to detach from situations that are no longer serving us. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual knowledge, strength, and intuition in this card, right? She knows what she knows, but she's about secrets. This is about bringing forth. It's funny that the moon here can also represent not only as our intuition, but as our shadow side, right? Maybe bringing those things forward that we want to sort of like look at and release or take care of, push out, get rid of whatever's no longer serving us. I feel like when I look at her though, I'm definitely feeling like some of you guys have like a really big decision to be made, and that's weird because I don't normally see this with her, but I feel like she is stuck on a decision. So some of you out there might be stuck on a decision. There's also like this boat is pulling my attention too, and I'm not sure how much of that is me, but I think that there might be others of you that are wanting a move or feeling distant from what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. And she's definitely like contemplating, how do I get there? How do I find myself there? How do I place myself there? She knows she has the power to get there. She knows she has the strength, but is she willing to sort of step into the light and really own it and be it? Does that make sense? And so she is a support for others. She is strong and intelligent, and she's very intuitive, very, very almost telepathic even. Like I feel like some of us today might be picking up messages from our coworkers, from our friends, from our relationships that we don't otherwise normally. Well, not otherwise normally, but they're going to be heightened for us today. Okay, they're going to be stronger for us today if we access this information or we access this power of the Priestess within ourselves. She's the one that like is the keeper of the secrets, the spiritual secrets of the knowledge, but she's also aware of her own vulnerabilities. Does that make sense? And I feel like some of us might be a little bit afraid of what's happening or of our own power. And that's maybe what I'm sensing in this card is the choices. Do I step forward into my own power and really own it and be responsible for making right-minded choices in my life? Or do I sort of hang back, keep my mouth shut, keep my sort of awareness and my understanding to myself and just sort of let this all pass? And if all of this passes, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, right? But I feel like there could be, with this boat back here, I feel like either some of us are feeling that there is a missed opportunity or there will be a missed opportunity if we don't make the right decision. Does that make sense to some of you? I don't know if that was your card today too, Lori? Well, then she's trying to tell you something. Hey, Talja, how are you? I have never done a celebrity. I've done one person that was on TV. I've done one reading. She wasn't like I wouldn't call her a celebrity, but she was a host of a TV show on like the Sci-Fi Channel a long time ago. But Talgia, would you subscribe, please? I'm trying to get subscribers on Twitch. And I see you're watching me from Twitch, so I think that's way cool. I do personal readings though, but the most famous person I've ever read is this woman that was a host of a show on one of the channels, like Sci-Fi Channel or something like that. It was a great reading. She was a cool lady, but that's it. I'm not like some celebrity reader or anything. Not that I wouldn't mind to be. I would totally read a celebrity. If you're a celebrity and want a reading, let me know. You can message me directly. Actually, let me put my contact stuff in the chat. Chat. Hold on 1 second. Come on. Work with me here, computer. This is the link tree. This is the link to all of my, and it's not going in. There it goes. It's the link to all of my stuff, like how to pay me on PayPal for a private reading, how to join the Facebook group, how to like my business page, and how to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Twitch channel. I don't think my Twitch channel's on there, but please subscribe if you would, because I need, I think, 50 subscribers to reach some sort of goal with Twitch, and I only have 2. So it would be great if you could subscribe. So this priestess, she's got a lot of spiritual information. She's got a lot of knowledge. I feel like some of us are sort of questioning, do we bring it forward? Do we trust our spiritual self, especially during this time with this eclipse coming? Do we trust ourselves to step forward and really ask for what we want? Do we trust ourselves to step forward and look at our shadow side and really be able to let it go? Do we go into our intuition and like really know what we know and bring it forth and like not wield that power, but sort of stand firm in that? This one, she's similar to the Star card in the sense that she has all of this power and all of this knowledge, but the Star card radiates it. The priestess kind of keeps it to herself. So I feel like she's sort of keeping it to herself. She's kind of hiding what she knows. Are we hiding from ourselves, maybe? That's just a question I pose to some of you that may be watching. Are we hiding from what we know to be true? Are we hiding from sort of our own spiritual awareness or our own answers that we know in the back of our minds we need to sort of either change or aren't serving us? And then, what do we do with that? So I think that this is a good day to sort of like use this energy to sort of sort out that information and use her strength, because she's a very strong card. And she's got big, because she's Major Arcana, she's got a lot of energy behind us. I wouldn't say that this is like little things that are niggling at the back of your head. These are like bigger pushes. These are bigger intuitive hits where you're like, that's no good for me anymore. And I know that. I've known that for a while. I need to let that go. And it's funny because I feel like as I'm looking at her and I'm saying that to you guys, there's some of you that are dealing with big stuff that you know is not working. And you're like, ooh, am I brave enough to change that? Am I strong enough to change that? Can I do it on my own? And the funny thing is these columns down here say to me that you are strong enough to do it on your own, but you've actually been a strength for others, whether it be in work or friendships, careers, where you maybe haven't been getting supported in the same way that you support them. And so to me, it looks like you're utilizing the strength that you don't know that you have for others, because you don't know that you have it because you're not utilizing it within and for yourself. Does that make sense? And that's just for some of you, and that's just for today's reading. It's a little deeper build on that Woman of Cups rejoicer. I want you guys to stay in that rejoicer energy if you can. Stay in your emotional happiness, stay in your lightness. This priestess here, she is a little bit more serious, a little bit more somber, but she's more introspective and contemplative. So as we introspect and contemplate, right, as we go deeper and we look at the things we maybe aren't serving us or the things that we want to change, or where areas where happiness might not be full-fledged in our life, remember to throughout the day to go back to that Woman of Cups card and find that joy, find the things that are working too, right? Because they're going to sort of, that joy will help to sort of keep you buoyant enough to use her strength, the priestess's strength, to get you through the day, to help you figure out what your secrets are, which secrets you want to trust, which secrets you want to let go of, and really live in your spiritual power. And this is a good day to do it. By the way, I have to say too, from the 13th to the 19th is kind of like the time of the sort of the effect of this eclipse that's happening on the 16th, right? There's like the sort of the energy starts around the 13th is what I've read, and it goes through till the 19th, right? We still sort of feel the residual effects of the eclipse until everything sort of settles. I started my 3.5 day candle yesterday because I wanted on my altar that I had made on the first eclipse. I still have my altar on the first eclipse from the second, which I started that on the second, and I let it burn for the full 3.5 days after the eclipse. So those of you that are into that sort of a thing, I would suggest, now would be a perfect time to start with any sort of like setting up of ritual, and with this priestess card too. Who is more perfect? What energy is more perfect than to intuitively tune into setting up our ritualistic space for honoring this eclipse, honoring ourselves during this eclipse, and releasing whatever it is we want to let go of, right? So today might be a very good day, or the later today after work might be a very good day to start to like look inward and start to sort out our stuff so that we're really prepared for tomorrow. And we can even start to sort of set those things in motion today. I certainly did yesterday. I've lit my candle. It's burning 24/7. It's going to burn yesterday, today, through the eclipse, through the 17th, and probably end somewhere around on the 18th, which is right before the eclipse residual effects will end. And I thought that was appropriate. That's what my intuition was telling me, is I'm sort of like trying to lean into this eclipse. I'm getting excited about it. I'm saying yes, I am saying bring it on by lighting this candle and this altar and playing the Hanuam Chalisa, in honor of Saturn and Capricorn and the eclipse going into Capricorn. It's all about lining myself up with it and being with the vibration, and then being open to it and saying, I'm ready, take me. Like, wherever I'm going, take it away. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing that as an example so that you guys can find and access your own intuitive ideas. That's what this priestess card is about. That's what do the things that bring you joy, do the things that feel good and feel inspired, whatever that may be today, with that rejoicer card. If there's, decorating an altar brings you joy and makes you feel like a part of this eclipse versus a victim of this eclipse, do it and enjoy it, and trust your intuition. Trust that priestess energy that's within all of us. She resides within us, and we can bring her out at any time. She can help us out in any situation. She's just sometimes elusive, right? She's like a mixture of the star and the moon. So, but definitely, think about that today, okay? You guys have a great day. I don't have a specific direction. You can look that up. Jennifer, that's a great question. I just put it in my bedroom on a clear space, on a nightstand, like not a nightstand, a dresser, because I have a giant piece of crystal up there that there's only so much space that I can put it on. But you can definitely, I think that which way you face it is also can add to the power of it. Each direction, the 4 directions, are presided over by, earth, air, fire, water. There's also the angels that preside over those directions. So you can look into all of that and figure out who you want to invoke and what sort of help you want to bring in through this time. That's a great question. I don't know if you guys saw that question. It says Jen Nichols says, any specific direction you recommend the space face, east, west, or other? I think trust your own intuition on that. Wherever you think. True north is always a safe way to position things, I believe. But in a secondary eclipse, in the end of an eclipse tunnel with 5 planets retrograde, I don't know that playing it safe is is the way that we go. I think this is about trusting our intuition, and I'm actually going to look that up. That's an interesting question, and I didn't even take that into account when I made the altar. I just was looking for a space that would be undisturbed, that it could be left there for quite a period of time between the 2nd and the 16th, and that happened to be my dresser in my bedroom. And also it's there with me in my bedroom over as I sleep. So that candle is burning over me in the night. I like the light. It's, it just felt right to me. So, but whatever feels right to you, trust your own intuition, okay? All right. Hey, Kathy Dyers, I'm about to sign off. It's not near a window. No, it's not near a window. I don't have a lot of windows in the back bedroom. That's why I have them, but they look out onto a laundry room, which is really kind of depressing. So it's just the way that the room is configured. So it is where it is. It's actually, to be honest, now that I think about it, it would be facing west because the ocean is that way. And so it is facing the ocean. So it's facing, it's like positioned this direction, going that way towards the west, which is the ocean. So I'm going to look up the west and see what that brings because there's feng shui, all of that sort of stuff plays into. So it'll be interesting to know. Good. Set up your you guys, this will be fun. I love that Jen Nichols says this. She says, beautiful. I'm going to set up my magical space today. Do it and post pictures if you feel obliged to do so. If it's something special and private to you, don't post pictures. You don't have to. But if you want, post your pictures in the Engelgeist group. And so we can see our different altars. And we can also not necessarily send our energy to them, but just, feel good about that. And if that's only if you feel comfortable. If you don't want to share it, if it's something completely private and sacred, it can totally be that too. And sometimes, that. But if you want to share what you've created from your place of the priestess, it might inspire others. You never know. If I was not in Facebook jail, I would share a picture of mine. Maybe I will tonight after 7 p.m. when I'm out of jail. But you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, here's the link to all of my information if you need it. I am available for private readings. I do this every day. Please tune in. And you guys have a great day. Have a great week. I mean, I will see you tomorrow, the morning of the eclipse. But yeah, just be in your priestess energy and don't forget that joy, the rejoicer card. Be in her to find, what do I want to say? Like lock your joy in with your intuition and your spiritual knowledge and create today. So the other thing is it's all just energy. I say this every day. It's all just energy. So no matter if the cards are good or bad, it's all constantly moving and changing. We're never stuck in what we're in. If we find the gratitude and the blessing for whatever it is we are in, those of us that are suffering or having a hard time, if we find any small amount of blessing in whatever it is we're dealing with, we're going to find that we can shift the energy and create a different perception of what it is that we might be facing, both positive and negative, right? We can make it either more positive or we can make it more negative. So remember that and keep that in mind. And for those of you that might be suffering or having a hard time, just try and find the blessing, try and find the goodness. If those of you are feeling the retrogrades a little bit more than, say, maybe me or others, try and understand that retrogrades happen for a reason, and they're here to teach us and show us sort of the things that we need to shed and let go of that aren't working for us or that aren't serving us. So it's actually really a blessing. It's sort of like a spiritual diet plan that we didn't know we were on. So shed those pounds, baby, shed those pounds. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Please tune in tomorrow. Please like, share, subscribe, follow. I've reached over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you to everybody on YouTube that has subscribed. I'm so happy I was able to change my YouTube URL to my actual business name, not my gamer tag name. So I was happy about that. So thank you for that, and keep putting the good word out there and be good to yourselves today. I love you guys. All right, bye.